Let's take a look, Xiali is eager to explain, but Mr. Qiuqi seems blinded by rage, completely ignoring her excuses and the fact that she's pregnant. He dragged her out of the room, and after a fierce argument, Mr. Qiuqi, in a fury, decisively kicked Xiali out of the house. With nowhere to go, Xiali drove around like a lost sheep, ultimately spending a long, miserable night in her car, feeling tired and helpless. As morning's first sunlight filtered through the car window, Xiali cheered up and went to the store for breakfast. Just as she exited the store, a skateboarder zoomed in like a whirlwind, knocking her down. Fortunately, her neighbor who once advised her to drive safely was passing by. Her neighbor immediately rushed her to the hospital, and thankfully Xiali and her baby were okay. Just as the doctor was giving her some important reminder, a familiar figure walked in hastily, and Mr. Qiuqi declared with certainty. Suddenly, the little squabbles between them vanished into thin air, and from that day forward, Mr. Qiuqi began to focus not only on Xiali but also on the impending little one. He spent nearly half an hour every day playing the piano, using beautiful melodies for some prenatal music lessons. He also poured his heart into making delicious dishes to ensure Xiali was well fed and full of energy. Until one cozy evening, this family welcomed a new member, and after some discussion, they decided to name her Isabel. Looking at the adorable little one, Mr. Qiuqi's eyes sparkled with unprecedented joy. That profound happiness seemed to dispel all the gloom in life, and in the blink of an eye, years passed, and Isabel grew into a graceful young lady. One day, Mr. Qiuqi brought Isabel to the cafe where Xiali worked, handing her a note with the address. After some inquiries, she finally located Bobby's place, but when these long-separated friends reunited, Xiali was taken aback by Bob's appearance. Bobby now exuded an air of sophistication, looking like a completely different person from her high school days. Bobby eagerly showcased her new life to Xiali, and that's not all. She urged Xiali to pursue a career in NYC, not spend her life with the cook in a small town. However, this seemingly dull and uninteresting comment instantly sparked Xiali's rage, and her words struck Bobby's heart like a heavy sledgehammer, plunging her into profound contemplation. Soon after, Bobby seemed to realize her words were inappropriate and, feeling guilty, sent an apology gift that included not only the toy Isabel had been, it also featured a set of exquisite diamond earrings, and the gift note had a heartfelt line declaring, "You will always be my baby. You will always be my treasure. You will always be my treasure. You will always be my most precious gem." Seeing her friend awaken through the gift, Xiali couldn't help but smile with relief. Yet that night, Mr. Qiuqi got really smashed again, and this time, he was completely out of it, like a walking sack of potatoes. Luckily, Xiali noticed in time, struggling to get him to bed, and Mr. Qiuqi mumbled some incoherent words before dozing off. The next morning, Xiali entered the kitchen as usual to greet Mr. Qiuqi, but found no sign of him, anxiety creeping into her heart. She hurried to Mr. Qiuqi's room and saw him lying weakly in bed, his face pale, causing Xiali's heart to tighten. She advised Mr. Qiuqi to rest well and then headed to the kitchen to make breakfast, realizing he was getting older and it was her turn to take care of him. On a warm afternoon, Mr. Qiuqi told Isabel a thought-provoking story about a little boy who was afraid of many things, except for ladybugs. One day, he found a ladybug outside, and he decided to chase it. He followed that ladybug for a long time, growing up in the process, eventually becoming an adult. One day, this ladybug took him to a small house where a gentlewoman and her lovely daughter lived. The story went like this. Mr. Qiuqi's gaze softened as he continued. He said the man was afraid of disturbing the woman and girl, so he decided to leave, but the kind woman smiled and said, "Stay and be with us. Though we are not wealthy, we are willing to share all that we have with you." Mr. Qiuqi mimicked the woman's voice, making one feel the warmth and kindness, and unsurprisingly, the man chose to stay. This was his first time feeling safe and unafraid. He vowed to thank the ladybug if he met it again, giving him such a beautiful moment. "Baby, hang on, I'm not done yet." After speaking, Mr. Qiuqi hugged Isabel, gazing afar as if awaiting the ladybug's return. Meanwhile, Xiali, eavesdropping by the window, was now in tears, realizing the boy was Mr. Qiuqi, who received family love from them, but gave them warmth in return. Each night, Xiali read to Mr. Qiuqi, just like Mr. Qiuqi once did for her dying mother, sharing warm stories. On quiet nights, a dawn-like light shone in their hearts. But that night, after Xiali finished, she was about to leave. Mr. Qiuqi asked her to stay because he didn't want to be alone. Seeing the loneliness and helplessness in his eyes, Xiali compassionately agreed. The next morning, Mr. Qiuqi had permanently departed from this world, his face wearing a peaceful smile as if he had quietly drifted away, and Xiali gazed at Mr. Qiuqi, heart filled with mixed feelings, knowing the once fearful boy found his ladybug. At Mr. Qiuqi's funeral, she felt sorrowful, choked up as she said he was her bar's piano player, often performing beautiful tunes there. Only then did Xiali realize Mr. Qiuqi wasn't just drinking, he secretly worked nights at the bar while supporting his family. Even more surprisingly, the bar owner didn't know that he had been working there for over 20 years and was also cooking Wes. After the funeral, Xiali walked into Mr. Qiuqi's room with a heavy heart and discovered a box.